Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about various reforms in Indian money market. In earlier lectures, we have discussed about what is money market, what is organized money market and unorganized money market in India, what are the components of money market, various submarkets in Indian money market, and various securities and instruments used for investment in money market. All these things are we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss about the various important reforms in Indian money market. These are some important aspects which we should consider for the development of the Indian money market in India. First reform is deregulation of interest rate. The Reserve Bank of India is the regulator or developer of Indian money market. RBI always tries to introduce various measures and instruments for the development of Indian money market. After 1991, the Reserve Bank of India has taken various initiatives to development of Indian money market. Deregulation of interest rate is one of them. Before 1991, the Reserve Bank of India has imposed various restrictions on the interest rate determination. These regulations are applicable for the commercial banks, cooperative banks, and some of the non-banking financial companies also. While imposing this strict regulation for the interest rate determination, the interest rate is not free and it is not a market-oriented interest rate. Hence, the money market and participants in the money market has facing various problems related to interest rate determination. Hence, the Reserve Bank of India has deregulated the interest rates in money market. भारतातील मनी मार्केटमध्ये नाणे बाजारात वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारच्या बँका आणि वित्तीय संस्था कार्यरत आहेत. या संस्थांच्याकडून दिल्या जाणाऱ्या कर्ज पुरवठ्यावरील व्याजदरावर विविध प्रकारची नियंत्रणे यापूर्वी लावण्यात आलेली होती. मात्र त्याचे विपरीत परिणाम नाणे बाजाराच्या विकासावरती झालेले दिसून येत होते आणि म्हणून भारतीय रिझर्व्ह बँकेने व्याजदरावरची नियंत्रणे कमी करून व्याजदराचे विनियंत्रण केल्याचे दिसून येते. The Reserve Bank of India also introduced various new financial instruments in Indian money market like repo, reverse repo, dated securities, money market mutual fund, intercorporate deposits, certificates of deposits, commercial papers, etc. These are some new financial instruments which can be used for the fund transfer or investment into the Indian money market. RBI also tries to establish Discount and Finance House of India, that is DFHI. Now it is taken over by State Bank of India. Hence, Discount and Finance House of India is now known as DFHI SBI because the State Bank of India has take over this organization for further development and controlling of the related transactions. The establishment of Clearing Corporation of India, that is known as a CCIL. The Reserve Bank of India has taken great initiative for the establishment of Clearing Corporation of India. Clearing Corporation of India is the most important organization in the settlement of the security transactions in money market. This institute also provides various electronic services for the investors, borrowers, and various banks and financial institutions who are dealing into the Indian money market. This is also one of the important initiative for the development of the Indian money market. Liquidity Adjustment Facility, that is known as a LAF. Liquidity Adjustment Facility is one of the facility which is provided for the commercial banks and scheduled cooperative banks in India. Many banks have a problem of liquidity and many banks have problem of surplus liquidity. These are the different situations about the small banks, medium banks and large banks. However, the Reserve Bank of India is providing this particular service to the needy banking institutions in India who having problem of liquidity or deficiency of liquidity. Liquidity is nothing but availability of cash funds for the providing various financial services and withdrawal services to the depositors. Many banks have taken deposits from the customers or depositors and they are tries to invest into the various instruments and securities along with the loans and advances. But same time, this bank should be maintaining liquidity reserve according to Reserve Bank of India. That is known as a statutory liquidity reserve. Apart from statutory liquidity reserves, many bank has need of the more liquidity for providing cash credit services and other deposit services. Hence, the Reserve Bank of India has taken initiative of this particular facility to provide more liquidity to commercial banks and scheduled cooperative banks. Next is Ecobear trading platform. Ecobear trading platform is the electronic or digital trading service which is provided by the Reserve Bank of India for the various banking institutions and Nbfcs, that is non-banking financial companies. Before Ecobear trading platform, the many banks are trying to trade their securities. It means buying and selling various money market securities through the manual platforms and other third-party trading platforms. But now the Reserve Bank of India has introduced Ecobear trading platform for dealing into the treasury bills, short-term securities and REP also. Next is permission for primary dealers. The Reserve Bank of India is selling government securities in behalf of central government and state governments. And various banks and financial institutions are buying the central government and state government securities. Even though many private participants or investors also buying these particular securities for the purpose of more secured investment into the money market. But in case of government securities, only Reserve Bank of India and State Bank of India was working as a intermediary organizations or intermediator for selling and buying of the government securities. But that system is not enough to provide sufficient services to the investors. Hence, the Reserve Bank of India has given permission to various banks and private entities for selling and buying government securities in behalf of government. That banks or that organizations are known as a primary dealers who are dealing into the government securities are providing intermediary services to the investors. There are two types of primary dealers: bank primary dealers and non-bank primary dealers. Next is establishment of Security Trading Corporation. Security Trading Corporation. This is another one important institution which is established by the great support of the Reserve Bank of India. This institution is providing trading services and settlement services to the investors and borrowers. Even though State Trading Corporation has also started activities as a primary dealers. This is known as a STCL Primary Dealer Limited. It is non-bank entity. Next is establishment of FIMDA. FIMDA is nothing but it is a Fixed Income and Money Market Derivative Association. It was established in 1998. This institution is providing day-to-day market value of the various instruments and financial instruments which used into the money market. It is an organization who monitor the rates, fluctuations, demand and supply, trading volume and trading value of the various money market instruments. On the basis of these instruments and trading, the FIMDA announced day-to-day market rates of the money market instruments. And last one is control on Nbfc. Before 1991, there was a problem about the control the system of Nbfcs in India. Due to the less regulation on Nbfc, these Nbfcs are influencing the market rates, money market systems, and investment into the Indian money market, which is harmful for the investors and borrowers also. Hence, the Reserve Bank of India has taken great initiative since 1997 for the controlling Nbfcs and their intervention into the Indian money market. These are some important initiatives or efforts taken by the Reserve Bank of India for the development of the Indian money market. Thank you.